We're in Lijiang Old Town.
The ancient city.
And we've got 5 nights here, so about 4 days. We've had a wander around the town, so that's really interesting. Nice to see the old buildings, although I don't know how old they are. They have been rebuilt at some stage.
But it's completely impossible not to get lost unless you sort of just walk in a straight line and then come back up. You're lost. Every street looks the same. They're all beautiful. They've all got rose petal cakes. There's a mix of coffee shops, bars, white and blue sort of clothing lines, which seem to be quite local and are really nice.
I think they're Naxi dyed. So Naxi are the local people from this area. So there's a lot of Naxi clothes that you can dress up in the Naxi traditional costumes and take pictures. So this is really popular here. So there's particularly girls walking around everywhere with the national costume on and these hats that have tinkly silver, they're not bells,
like
but
alfoil or silver foil crowns.
Dangly things that tinkle when they walk. They're very pretty. So.
And that would be why you need all your power banks. Because you've got every single corner has a different colour with a different strength of power bank so that you can recharge when your mobile phone batteries die.
We'd never seen that before. I'd never seen power banks for rent before, but apparently they have them in Australia, so our daughter tells us. So they're not new, but they're new to us. And they're just everywhere here. So here you can rent a power bank. These ones here, scan it. Scan to rent, return anytime. Oh my goodness, that's so cool. So if your phone runs out, I wonder if there's a cable. Well, you have to have your own cable to connect it.
Yeah, and also if you've had it taken off you at customs or in the train station, you could get it here.
Because my power bank got checked when we checked on to get on the train.
And if they'd taken your power bank,
I could have rented
too
one.
High wattage, that would have been it at the end.
Yeah, because she asked me something in Chinese about what it was, and I have no idea, so I had to get it out, and she looked and gave it back. But there was a sign that said 20,000 and 27,000 on the no sign, and I think mine's 10. So
bargain.
But yeah, you can rent your own.
So lots of cobbledy stones to trip over, lots of steep steps that almost feels like you're walking at altitude, although we're at like 2,000 meters, but we haven't actually, I don't remember going up any hills to get here.
We must have on the train all through all those tunnels that we didn't see where we were
uphill
going.
Tunnels, woohoo!
There's a lot of souvenir shops, lots of different souvenirs, and lots of mushroom shops and mushroom restaurants and mushroom souvenirs, because this is an area where mushrooms are grown.
But they're not boring mushrooms. No. They're every different colour and shape and size.
Like on the train on the way here, one of the towns we could actually see that was between tunnels had mushrooms painted on all the buildings. So now we know why. It was probably because it's a mushroom growing region.
And there's quite a bit of fruit juice as well, although it's
all fresh fruit.
Yeah, so you can have it as fresh fruit chopped up, or they'll juice it, but adding water and ice. So it's not like a Thai or Lao style fruit shake.
Yeah, where they just blend up the whole thing.
It is more fruit juice, and they've taken out the good roughage and fibre. Yeah.
But it's a beautiful city, and there's performances going on in the main square. They do this big circular Naxi dance every day that you can join in. There's been
that.
Yeah, look, group
Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, I don't know what they are, but they've
boys.
Been dancing and singing and all very serious. We saw a big show on a stage, but even the street that has McDonald's, KFC, Pizza Hut, it's all done in the traditional shop front, so it blends in well with
Naxi hieroglyph signs to tell you what they are.
The Naxi are the local ethnic group in Lijiang, and they have the world's only living pictographic writing system. And once we realised this, we started to notice it everywhere. All the sounds in the old town were in Chinese, translated into English, but also had the Naxi pictographs for whatever the sign was for. For example, this stone in the park, we used Google Translate and it translated the Chinese side for us, and on the right was the Naxi alternative to that. We saw the signs everywhere in Lijiang Old Town, and all the shop fronts had their name written in Chinese, in the Naxi pictographic script, and also translated into English. It was lovely to see.
And then there's all the food that you can get here. So there's food courts. We've seen a couple of those. And we've wandered around them where you can buy all different kinds of skewers with meat on, lots of mushroom options, tofu options, bug options.
Bridge over noodle options.
Yep. And then different just individual stalls around town selling different foods. We've had some tasty things.
And if anyone was to misbehave, quite often every 100 meters or so there's like a SWAT shield that's ready to be picked up at any given time by, we think, a real policeman, although it might be like there may be designated ones per block so that they could grab it and stop riots.
Who knows? And we went to another old town which is nearby, which we were calling it ShuHe, but we asked when we got on the bus to go there, we were saying ShuHe, ShuHe, and they didn't know what we were saying, and then looked at our translation thing and she went, ShuHe. Oh, I don't know. Definitely wasn't ShuHe. It sounded like so don't know.
And that we probably have some other video footage of that, but basically it looked very much like Lijiang here, but there were horses, some quite sad, but yeah, lots more horses. That was the only real difference. And
far less people. So just another old town, very pretty, very nice, but far fewer tourists than in Lijiang Old Town. This is us at
Black Dragon pools
with the Jade Snow Mountain in the background. It's not too busy at 10:30 in the morning.
But yeah, everyone's getting their costumes on.
You know, the reflection's not as good as when you were here earlier, though. Your picture's much better.
I didn't get this close, though.
No, but
There's
the
crowds of
picture's
people.
clearer. We're on the 5 arch bridge, and there was 9 holes in the river that they were covering, something like that. And then they've got different animals, the lions and the elephants. Can't remember why. I'll have to look again when we put it up. Something about 2 animals, lions and elephants.
So the bridge has 5 arches spanning 9 water outlets, which represent 9 dragons taming the flow of the water. And the animals, the elephants and the lions, elephants are Zhang and lions are Shi, so Jiangxi. And Jiangxi also in Chinese means yearning or lovesickness, hence the Bridge of Yearning.
Okay, so let me Google Translate what he is, because I'd like to know what he is. It's images out of a human body with human hands, a lion's head and an eagle's beak, dragon claws and cow horn wings with a scallop in its beak, the incarnation of a nature god in Donga culture. There you go.
It's quite scary as well.
This is another level of honesty. A vending machine where it's just a fridge. So you pay with your WeChat or your Alipay and then just open the fridge and take just what you've paid for. Rent a drone. I don't know if that's what she's telling us, but...
How much is it?
I don't know. DJI. Rent a drone. Rental.
No, it puts your Japanese vending machines where you can buy.
Hello! Passing to a group, joining in our video. So we did 2 day trips from here, both mountain trips. One was a very touristy one and one was a not so touristy one. Both enjoyed them both in different ways. So the first one we went to Jade, Dragon, Snow Mountain area.
That's the snow mountain that you can see everywhere from Lijiang up in the distance.
Yep. So we're here in Blue Moon Valley.
And there is a big snowy mountain, the one that we've seen from the middle of Lijiang in the background, just above those clouds. So it's a nice day, but I guess it's not the picture perfect views that all the brides and grooms are hoping for that are standing around.
Hundreds of them taking, or just everyone has come here to take pictures. Not really to see it, to take pictures. I'd say most people are here.
But the journey to get here was quite eventful. We had a plan.
Well, we got a DD to the mountain visitor centre. But
and it dropped us off?
Yeah, and little did we know that we weren't supposed to go to the visitor centre. We were supposed to go to the visitor port centre, or the port visitor centre.
Which was
another 20 kilometres.
The other end of a scenic train ride that we could have bought that was possibly sold out. No, that one you could get tickets. But no tickets to the top of the mountain and no tickets to the yak meadow.
Yeah.
But we saw the captured yak.
Yep. Had pictures of the yak.
Kind of. Near him. When you put a kid on it, it looks massive. Yeah. When you put an adult next to it, they're big. They're bigger than a cat.
Yeah. But it's just a boardwalk down one side of the lakes. The lakes are really pretty. There's some fake waterfalls and things between the lakes.
Yeah, the water is beautiful, but there's only actually one sort of wide river, and they've dammed it in weird bits to make the 5 pretty lakes.
I think some of them are natural.
That's fake.
Yeah, but some of them are natural. I think maybe they've just added...
That's fake. The one further on was fake. They are.
They might have added the waterfalls, but I think they're actually... natural pools.
Concreted up.
Well, we don't know. We don't know. That's the theme for China is we don't know.
Those are concrete.
There's lots of assumptions. This is definitely a tourist trip. Not sure it's our kind of day out, but it's an experience.
No, well, you could see over to the other side at the back of all the pools where there's some really nice tracks, but whether they're cordoned off because they don't want people in the back of photos or whether they're genuinely worried about people's safety or they've taken all the safety and the fun out of it.
I think that's China. I get the impression that if it's not controlled, you can't do it. They don't want you going to do something all by yourself. Like that hill yesterday, Elephant Hill. It's a little hill and it's blocked off because it's not the right season and there's no one there and you should go in groups of 4. Like it's about 300 meters high. It's like doing the Red Arrow back in Cairns, which everyone just goes and does.
Well, it's in the open. No shelter, no shade.
But that's what it feels like in China, is that you've got to do things the way that they're organized and the way that it's set up to do. You can't just go and do what you want to do. You've got to do it
not in one of the key tourist areas in the whole of country.
I wonder whether it's all like that.
We shall see.
We've only been here for 3 days, but this is my impression.
Yeah. But the water in these lakes is beautiful, and everyone is getting a chance to enjoy it.
It is pretty. So the other day trip we did was Ewan found a route on Strava that people had run up a hill into a reservoir.
Well, the reservoir for Lijiang, it's a huge reservoir.
Yeah.
I mean, there's about a couple of kilometers round it, but it was kind of in the middle of nowhere.
So we just got checked at the start point there. We had to put in our passport numbers and our names, sign and date, say how many people there were.
Not the time though.
No, that just cuts the corner.
Maybe.
I don't know. So we're off up to Wenhai Lake,
which is the reservoir for the local water.
Yeah. But we took a bus to ShuHe Old Town
for $1,
and then a DD, which is like an Uber, for another $1. And we're here without the tourist crowds for a hike. Yay.
And then we started walking up. And it was an enormous wide track, but it was very much up.
Yes. This is the hike up. Just
hard work.
A road, but I think we're a bit at altitude because This is a lot harder than it should be. So it was just a track. It wasn't really that pretty. There's some nice views, but it was just nice to be out in the fresh air, in the countryside.
And nobody else
with
there.
No one else there. We saw a couple of other people running. We saw a couple of people on bikes and a few cars passed us. But basically it was 8 kilometers uphill to the reservoir.
Which wasn't overly inspiring, but it was there and it was big.
Yeah, and we didn't actually go all the way to the edge of the lake because it was quite far once you could see it, and we were tired and my knees hurt and we were hungry, so we stopped.
And there was 8 kilometers to come back as well, downhill.
So we stopped and had our onigiri that we bought from the 7-Eleven to take with us for a snack.
Which are a bit Japanese rather than Chinese, but still.
That's okay, we knew what they were, that was a good start. And then walked back down. Went back downhill, all the way back to ShuHe City, Old Town. I don't think it's an A, I think it's a ShuHe. Back down, down, down. Bit of a different hiking experience to yesterday. Dee Dee back to town, had a look around the old town there, had a coffee and some flour cakes, and then came home. So that was another nice day. It was a big day.
But yeah, coffee and flour cakes are the Lijiang thing to do. We'll see how that translates through the rest of China.
Yeah. So yeah, 2 nice days out, 2 different days out up in the mountains here. Walk around old towns. We had a lovely hotel with a nice little pretty courtyard, a beautiful room, a nice place that you could sit on the second floor with some tables and chairs and look out over the old town. So a nice little viewpoint to sit at.
5 days in Lijiang.
Yeah, it's been great.